Haven't watched our previous video, we've started a series. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Sammie.
And this is everyone's favorite BL podcast,
BL Buddies.
So we have started a side series of You Should Watch, where Sammie and I pick shows that we've seen that we know the other person hasn't, and we kind of challenge each other to watch these scenes and review them. So if you haven't seen, I've already done our video on what Sammie gave me, which was semantic error. And I so lovingly gave Sammie the Untamed. I told her to break it down into 4 parts to make it easier, because if you all know the Chinese drama The Untamed, it is 50 episodes that are about 45 to 50 minutes each. Sammie has watched the first, we'll talk about the first 12.
Okay. All right.
Sammie's she's watched up to 19.
I have. I made it to 19. So
we're just gonna talk about the first
12. Okay. All right. Where do I begin?
She also sent me a video yesterday that was hilarious to me.
So I think I was
very sad to her.
What episode is that? Hold on.
Spoilers! If you have never seen spoilers.
Hold on. I think I screamed in it. I screamed in my notes.
Oh, there it is.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
Where is it? Yeah, my notes are very aggressive.
I think it's got to be I thought you said it was 13.
Maybe. Hold on. No, here. She killed herself to be with him. Come on. Okay. Sorry, that's episode 16. We're not going to get there. We're not going to get there today. So initial statement is I like it so far. I really do. I was not expecting. I was going in with very low expectations because there is no, kissing at all. And I tend to judge any type of show, not just BL, any type of romance show. I judge on the kisses. I literally follow K-drama, Instagrams and TikToks. Mm-hmm. And when they post like couples kisses in shows, if I like the kiss, I will watch the show.
Gotcha.
Because I love the kiss so much. I very much judge romance shows, genres, whatever, on their kisses. Mm-hmm. So the fact that this one, I knew going into it, had none of that was a bit of a struggle for me, because I was like, when is this going to happen? And I know it's not going to happen. However, I will say the first 2 episodes confused the fuck out of me.
Because you're in the present time.
Yeah. And I must have missed I missed a few chapters where they suddenly went back into the past, because I did not see, it could have been me taking a note and I missed them saying it goes into the past.
So it's when they're on the mountain.
No, I know when they do, but
no, basically, honestly, it's just him falling backwards, and he says something about going, wishing he'd go back to the past. Yeah. And then it switches.
Okay, see, that missed that.
So it's literally where he's wearing the mask and he's falling back and he says something about the past. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're in the past.
Yeah. Yes. See, the math didn't math up here for me on that one, because I was like, wait, what? He's not, because in the first 2 episodes he's wearing this mask to hide his face, and then all of a sudden he's not, and I'm like, wait. He's too chill around these people. He was just really nervous about wearing his mask. Right. So I'm like, what is happening? So then I literally wrote in my notes, wait, is this? Yeah, this is the past, right? Because I really didn't. I was really confused about that. The first episode I wrote, I was confused as fuck, but I was intrigued. Lots of hot dudes. Listen,
that class can get it.
Oh, God, mm-hmm. I just love
the hair,
the black, just pin straight hair. Their face, because I think what it is it accentuates their cheekbones. You're just like, holy hell, you could cut glass on those things.
Yeah,
it was
all
just
of them.
All of them. The cheekbones, the jawline. You just were like, oh, this whole group is serving looks. Yeah, absolutely just gorgeous, beautiful people. So that was that. Also, I was mostly fascinated by the locations.
Oh,
like the
cinematography.
scenery, the way they filmed the scenery, the sets that they built.
Cloud Recess.
Like the cloud recesses, Lotus Pier. Like
yeah.
all of it is just like, oh my God, just gorgeous. I was like mesmerized by the like these sets that they built. Also ended it as still confused as fuck. Because I was just like so confused about like who he is.
Wei Wuxian?
Yeah, because I'm like, is he Wei Wuxian? Is he this other guy that they keep like saying his name? The Zhu Ji. Hold on, I wrote his name somewhere. The Zhu Yang. Zhu Yang, like the bad guy. I was like, wait, is he him? I was so confused as who the fuck he was. I was like, are you Wush? I'm like, I literally could not tell you who he was. And I was like, I know who he is because of Lindsay, but I also don't know who the fuck he is.
Well,
like,
because too, he was resurrected in another body.
Exactly.
So everyone was calling him yeah.
Wait, so he's resurrected. Okay, see, I'm so confused then. So he's resurrected in a different body. So we're seeing Wuxian, but he's not Wuxian. He looks like somebody else. But
So the thing is that the person he looks like, the person whose body it took over.
Yeah.
Even in the novel, which I haven't completely read through, but they allude that he's starting to look more like his old self, like his features are changing. But even people say that like he looks similar to Wei Wuxian. But if you notice, past Wei Wuxian had a mole, and he was as tall as Lan Wangji, and in the present, in the new body, he's supposed to be shorter, and he has no moles on his face.
Wow, I didn't know. No,
so it's
I wasn't paying that much.
It's a subtlety.
Jesus, yeah, so like super subtle.
Yeah, he kind of looks like himself, but he doesn't look like himself because he takes the mask off, and people are like, "Whoa."
Okay, all right, yeah, because like that was really confusing to me.
It gets weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then in the second episode, I wrote, I loved the donkey. His
little
donkey Apple.
I love
Apple. Was so cute. I was like, I literally wrote him and the donkey makes sense. I don't know why, but it does. Like I liked the music. I liked all of that. Oh yeah, I wrote douches with unknown backstory because at the time, like he's just like, you know, he's fighting with all these people, but like he's throwing facts at them that like you clearly don't know yet because you haven't seen it. You don't know the past.
Yeah.
But like they're all like
when you're in the woods and he's fighting with Jian Chang.
Yeah, probably him, and then the kid with the red dot.
Yeah, his nephew.
Yeah, so like I'm like, where is this? What's happening? I'm confused. All these people are assholes. Why are they assholes? That kind of thing. I was like, okay, I'm clearly like I'm missing something, but I'm sure I'm going to understand it. That's which makes sense. And then Wang Ji shows up, and I'm like, Yibo! I was just like screaming Yibo. Because like I was a huge fan. I was Unique. Yeah, I was a big fan of Unique. So like
I wish Unique would come back.
I know, Unique, please
let them come back.
Please. And then like, you know, it continues the story, and then I find out who the person is with the black eyes that he's controlling with the flute. And I had no idea who that was. I just saw this creepy dude with black eye. He scared the fuck out of me when he came. I was like, what is this? Who is this? Yeah, no, he was terrifying. I was like, I'm shutting this off right now. And then I questioned like what the flute is. Again, these are things that are I can assume will be explained, acknowledged as I get further into the show. I said must have missed them saying years before because I was confused in episode 3 that they were all of a sudden in the past.
Yeah.
Then you finally get the real interaction between Wang
Chi
and Wuxian. And I said, I literally saw it and was like, oh, this is what Lindsay was talking about, how they always meet in any fan fiction. If it's canon, it's always on that rooftop. It's always at night talking and like
under the moon.
And yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I see this. And I was like, this is I'm in love. I literally wrote, I love them already. The rule lover and the rule breaker, grumpy sunshine trope, like, and then I wrote fuck ... Okay, I love them. Then I said, because it did, it gave me Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes.
Oh, because of the way they were like floating around the.
Not even just that. The cloud recesses, they're airbenders. The
Fire Nation.
The Fire Nation.
Lotus Pier is water.
Exactly.
And then you have the Nais who are earth.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, literally, this is literally airbenders. Like I was like, okay, I get this. Like I was like, so
I didn't even think about that.
I literally wrote Nightlist is Fire Nation. Like I was just like picturing it. So now in my notes, I don't actually use their names. I call them Fire Nation people. I call them I call it Fire Nation. Yeah, I call it Fire Nation Sis, Fire Nation King, Fire Nation. Like I don't call them by their actual names.
Nice.
I said I'm still obsessed with like the design of the show. Like again, the artistry, and I mean it's like it isn't even just the detail of like the sets and it's the detail of everything, down to like their little headbands, down to their swords, down to everything that they wear. Everything is so beautifully detailed that I was like, even if I wasn't listening to the show, I would just be fascinated by everything that's happening around it, because everything was so just beautiful. Even like the dark and scary, like you were still like, this is gorgeous. Like it was just fascinating to me, that whole thing. And then Yu Yang, and then I wrote, why am I always attracted to the bad guy? Because for
Yu
some
Yang
reason,
is a very attractive man.
Fuck. He looks like, and when I first saw him, I'm like, I kept staring at him going, he looks really familiar to me. And I'm like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
He looks like, if you remember, Sean Ferris. He didn't really like make it big. He's pretty well known. Like if you Google him and look up him, you will think he literally is like, Yu Yang is very much like almost the Asian version of Sean Ferris. And that's why I think I fell in love with him, because I was such a Sean Ferris stan when I was younger. But yeah, I fell in love instantly. I literally wrote, why am I always attracted to the bad boy? Yeah, so then...
Oh, yeah, he does kind of...
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I think it's the smile and the eyes.
Well, I mean, the actor... he's just so...
Come on! The nose...
I mean, the entire cast, no matter how bad or good they were all so attractive.
All could get it. Even the Fire Nation bro that I hated.
No, see, I thought he was ugly.
Oh, no, he looked like somebody from something.
Like the one that everyone wants to... like.
Oh, I wanted to kill the motherfucker. I hope he dies at some point. Don't tell me, but I hope that motherfucker gets it. I hope it. You are not my man. You are not, what's his name in Avatar? What's Avatar?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, Fire Nation.
Yeah, wait, Fire Nation. The kid.
Oh, yeah. My brain.
Fuck. Oh my god, it was him and Katara. I shipped them so hard. Babe!
Wait, where is my brain? Oh, Zuko.
Zuko.
I was like, very cute.
Zuko, I was like, you are not Zuko. You are not Zuko, you bitch. Okay, then episode 4, I said blech school, because literally I was just as bored listening to them read out the rules as Wu Shan was. I was like, oh my god.
Lan Kieran is like,
oh yeah, I was just
and
like,
then you watch it like standing there, like, making his notes. I'm like,
yeah. And then also, I don't know what it is about Asian dramas where they love to talk extremely loudly but pretend they're whispering gossip. Which, okay, I get it, because like you want, like as listeners, you want us to hear it. However, in like American shows, when they're gossiping, they either don't know the person's there and they're talking loudly, or they are fucking whispering. These people are like, hey, you know that guy over there? He's a fucking piece of shit, isn't he? You know, he's a bastard son of so-and-so.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Keep your mouth down. Like, oh my god.
I can't wait till you finish this, because I want to talk more about Jingun Yao.
Is that the bastard son?
Yeah.
Okay. That kid, I'm sus about. I'm sus about him. There's things I feel bad for him, but I'm sus about him. I have questions. Yes. Anyway. And then I said
extremely attractive that I almost like died over was Aichin, Wanji's older brother.
Yes. Hottie. Literally so all of them. But I also wrote side couple romance between the Fire Nation girl and
Jian Chang.
Yeah. Which gets cut off pretty quickly. I really do hope that like there's something, but I highly doubt it. Then I also liked the troublemaker. Like Wei Wuxian is such a he's just a menace. Yeah, he's
not the bad boy. He's a menace.
He's menace.
He's a bored menace.
Yeah, but he's also freaking smart. Like he's
a
not
genius.
stupid. And
No.
like they tried to they always like, they tried to question his like, his
Intelligence.
knowledge, and
Yeah.
he knew what he was talking about. And then when
He's a master
Wu
talisman
Shen just like smiles at Wang Ji, I was like, okay, understood.
Zhao Zhan killed me in that whole series.
Like I was like, I get it. Episode 5. I have my notes here. So I was hoping that I would see Wang Ji drunk in this episode because they were all drinking together, but he wasn't. And then I was questioning what was up with the Fire Nation sick brother, which is King. Which they do kind of explain it that the dancing rock lady God basically put her did shit to him, fucked him up
as a kid,
when he was a kid. And then I wrote Wang Ji lying to himself. I don't know why.
About Wei Wuxian, how he feels, maybe.
Why are you lying to yourself? Your bro. Oh no.
Oh,
brother.
The brother.
The brother is like
the shipper.
Yeah.
He was like King Shipper.
He was like, hey, you should make friends. Specifically, you should make friends with Wu Shen. And I'm like, sir.
Well, you know what?
No, I know.
You know what was my favorite part of that whole scene? Was the fact that Yibo, you just see him
clenching his sword.
When he brings it up, and you're like, "There's the repressed tension."
I definitely wrote something about them clenching their swords in one of these notes.
He tends to do that.
All of them do. All of them do.
Oh yeah, they.
But I said,
a lot too.
I said the hand gripping sword is like the Arthur meme. You know that meme where like it's Arthur's like little paw hand clenching at his side?
Yeah.
Literally, that's the vibes I get from every single one of those. And if that isn't a meme yet, I'm gonna turn it into one.
You should.
Episode 6. Oh my god. When Wu Shen tugs Wang Ji's cloth to like stop him.
Yep.
I literally was like, I understand. I get it. Yeah. I was like, I get it. I give up. I get it. I 100% understand. And then he gets Wang Ji drunk
and then
with the one shot. And he's like trying to figure out like what to do, like waking him up and whatever.
I'm gonna take your headband off.
Yeah, and he like freaks out and he's like putting it back on. And he's like, you can't touch it. Only people that are married or like whatever can touch it. And then they bonded a little bit, with
and then they go into the cave.
Yep. So they bonded over like, their parents and like his mother and their parents, Wang Ji's mother and Wu Shen's parents and everything like that. They had kind of a bonding moment there, which was really sweet.
Yeah.
And then, they get beat to shit.
Yeah.
Because they were drinking, and then they go to the cold springs. Cave. But I thought it was going to the hot springs, and he all of a sudden gets in and goes, it's really cold. And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Cold springs. And then they fall into the cave, and there's bunnies, and I literally just wrote bunnies. And then the headband thing.
Okay. I have thoughts on this, and there's a lot of fan fictions that have thoughts on this.
Okay.
So a lot of people go soulmate trope with them.
I can see that.
So when they're in the cave, you can clearly see that Wang Ji can stop the assassination court attempt at Wuxian.
Yeah.
Instead, he binds them in his headband.
Yeah.
And then Elder Lani, the lady,
woman,
she gives her blessing.
Yeah.
And they bow to her 3 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they kind of got engaged in the cold cave, and they got an elder's blessing.
There you go.
And then when they fell out of the cage, and
oh my god, on top of him,
and he's like sitting there, he's like, get off me.
Yes, I love that.
I was like, the repressed sexual
I said the headband, I'm like, it's the subtleness for me.
Yo.
Like, it was subtle, but it was just, I loved it. And then episode 7,
the bunny lantern.
I said it was like forced proximity because they had to be stuck together at that point. They were stuck in that cave together and whatnot. They get out of the cave, like she said, they fall, like, he falls on top of him, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like all of the skinship. It's like, and nothing fucking happens. But anyway,
the tension is real.
So then they start like making these lanterns, and Wu Shen makes the bunny, and he shows it to Wang Ji. Listen, it is literally, I wrote it in big ass letters, the smile. Oh my fucking god, because it was just a subtle little,
Yeah,
I like it.
twitch of lips.
And Wu Shen's like, I got you to smile. And he's like losing his mind because I lost my mind when I saw him smile too. And I was like, oh my God, he's smiling. This is amazing. Yep, I had that. And then Wu Shen is like concerned for Wang Ji. And then like I wrote, Wang Ji's bro knows what's up.
Yeah, he does. I'm telling you.
He's a shipper. He's a shipper.
Chen was the king of that ship port.
Yeah. On the episode 8, I wrote the Fire Nation girl isn't bad. She's just kind of stuck there because of everything that happens in her past. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she's just kind of there, and she is trying to, like, she doesn't want to hurt people. She wants to, like,
she's a healer.
She's a healer. She just wants to help people. She doesn't want to hurt people, but, like, she also knows that she has to, the way to keep herself safe and keep herself alive and her brother alive is to, you know, support the Fire Nation. Like I said, I'm calling them the Fire Nation. Also, when Wu Shen creates that binding thread, and he's like binding or bonding. He's like, I don't know what to call it. And I've said, the euphemism is what I call it because we know what you about, son. Like, really, really. And then I wrote the hand gripping the sword is like, you know, the Arthur meme where he's like holding his grip next to him. And then, yeah, Fire Nation sis to the rescue, episode 9. Mm-hmm. You know, she helps them get out of, she warns Wu Shen's brother, I call him brother friend.
Jian Cheng.
Yeah, brother friend, there's too many people. That's another thing.
There's a lot of people.
That was like a negative for me is I'm like, Jesus fuck, every episode there was like 16 new people, and I'm like, am I gonna need to know all of these people? And like, no, half of them died. Or like, you know, you never see them again after the episode. But like it was too much for me. So I always tend to give characters just like nicknames to myself. Yeah. So I'm not trying to be like a dick. Like it's just like
this is how your brain functions.
This is how my brain functions is I need to have you need to have a nickname to me. So Fire Nation sis helps them because she tells the bro not bro that he needs to go to this place because his brother not brother is in trouble. Mm-hmm. And so she does, and they save. And then I said teamwork makes the motherfucking dream work. And then Fire sis wasn't like always fire because that's when you find out that she, you know, her whole family was basically eliminated, and her and her brother are the only ones left. And I said the flowiness of the attire makes me weak. Like dresses / like ancient garb on Asian men
when they move,
sends me. It's like so flowy. I'm like, I love fabrics like that. They're beautiful, and the way they float in the wind, and they're like, I'm just like, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
That's one of my favorite scenes on the rooftop. Is
when they're
blowing, and then like they're fighting, and their outfits are just like.
And then I wrote, Jesus fuck, that's a lot of dead bodies. So apparently there was a lot of dead bodies in that episode.
Did you talk about the library at all?
I didn't talk about that because I missed it. But I picked it up after the fact that was the scene that you had talked about where he like
sneaks the porn in
and he has him reading it and he like
really
freaks out.
The repression there.
Yeah, and he rips it up and he's just like, I did that. I probably have it.
He actually like yells, like he like raises his voice in the episode. Like tells him to get out.
Yeah.
I was like,
whoa. Yeah. So I did remember that. Episode 10. I said the bad guy looks like Sean Ferris.
Oh yes.
Wu Shen tries to get a rise anytime he can get it from Wang Ji.
Again, pulling details.
So I said he met a relative and can't see his people. Oh yeah, because the guy in the white. So they go to the flower thing because the yin Lao is like supposedly there.
Yeah, the flower
and then like that's why that was where all the dead bodies were.
Yeah,
so all the dead bodies, and then the guy in white comes to take Yu Yang to
that's Wei Wuxian's uncle
to the unclean
realm.
So
to the Earth Nation.
Yeah, and I wrote bastard son seems hella sus at that point. Something ain't sitting right with me about him. Bastard son is gonna help Sean Ferris. And I don't know if he did, but there's definitely, again, something there that just didn't, like I said, the math did not match in that whole thing.
Yeah.
I said, Wang Ji smirks our life.
He is.
Wanji, are you abandoning your man? The audacity. I'm confused. Bastard killed a dude who was shitty for actual reasons, saved the dude, and still got banished, but bro got stabbed. How is he even still alive? Because literally, this man got a sword plunged into him.
Yeah.
He falls. I'm like, that motherfucker's dead. That motherfucker's dead. And then he can bow, can stand, can walk away with like he didn't just get fucking a sword through him. Confusion. But that was that. Untamed episode 11. I said, how is Bastard Bro not dead? Fanboy finally speaks up, and then he didn't. I was like, nope,
Wait,
JK.
who's Fanboy?
Fanboy. He has a
Hussein.
fan. Yeah, he has a fan.
I love Nai Hussein.
Yeah, no, he's hilarious.
Nai Hussein is my favorite.
He's really funny. He's really cute. But like literally, I call him Fanboy.
Fanboy.
I said, oh yeah, and then I started picturing an Otome game I played. I don't know why, but for some reason, like some of their demeanor and some of the things they said, I was like instantly thrown back into this Otome game. It's not a BL Otome game. It's called Samurai Love Ballad Party or Samurai Love Party Ballad, something like that. And it's all like, you know, different samurais of different realms fighting for whatever. And I don't know why, but it just
that vibe.
Reminded me of it. I don't know if it was, I think it might have been, you know, like the different locations that they're going to, like again, like the way they said things, did things. It's just like, even though the Otome game is Japanese, not Chinese, it still had this like similarity for me. So I felt like in this episode, it really kind of solidified that I liked the show. I mean, I had already really fallen in love with it, but like that kind of was like, oh, I can relate now.
I can relate to this.
Oh, the mom. Yo, I was like, clearly mom and dad are not a love match. That's a different time, different story. And I said, yo, this woman is a see you next Tuesday.
She's talking about Lotus Pier.
Lotus Pier.
And Jian
Wuxian's adopted parents. She's a bitch. Don't like her.
The Violet Spider.
She was just rude, cruel, harsh. She took out everything on everybody but herself. Like, I mean, her poor son.
Yeah.
That kid just wanted her to love him.
Yeah.
And like
she pitted them against each other in a very unhealthy
way. She did. And it sucked and it like ruined a lot of things. But like, you know what? And then, you know, things happen in episodes I'm not going to talk about where I almost did like side with her and then she fucked it up again, you know, things. And then Wang Ji again dips by himself, going alone. Sir, don't you realize that that's not smart? That's not smart. And it wasn't freaking smart. It wasn't freaking smart. I was like, not the cloud recesses, because literally
the Fire Nation
came
after him.
Took the airbenders, like just friggin' and I was like, Wang Ji's about to be an orphan just like Wuxian. Wang Ji to the motherfucking rescue. Yes, bae, fuck it up. Oh yeah, how the fuck did they not get in? You piece of shit little bitch. Like, I don't even know who that. It's clearly towards the Fire Nation, dude. But I don't know.
Oh, that's I think the land that gave them up at the cave.
Yes.
I hate him.
He gave up how to get into the cave,
and he gave them headbands.
And he gave them the headbands and everything like that.
He's a traitor.
And then Wang Ji saved your clan. And then I was confused because I feel like it might be the translations were just wrong because I felt like I kept, or maybe I just like was missing it, but I felt like they kept saying that there was 3 pieces to the yin Iroh, and I was like, or iron, and he's like, you know, 3 pieces, and then they were like, all of a sudden there was supposed to be 4, and I was like, did I miss something?
I think they were always supposed to be 4.
Yeah,
I think they had no, they had one.
They had one,
has one.
Yeah, and then they were getting 3. The others. Okay, maybe that's what I misunderstood. That they had
the Fire Nation.
Yep, see?
The Wens have 1 piece of yin iron already, and they're trying to find the other 3.
Yeah, so they got 2, so now they have 3 in total. Yeah. Which I was
there's 1 missing.
Yeah, there's 1 missing, and I literally wrote so much sword squeezing. And then the final episode I'm going to talk about today is episode 12. I don't know who this motherfucker gonna die is talking about, but I hope they died. Clearly. Oh yeah. So the motherfucker is definitely the Fire Nation dude. but her lover has arrived.
And he's brought her.
So the Fire Nation sis, she shows up in the town that they like had went to.
Yeah.
And
I love
Wushin's bro, not bro, is like walking around and he like sees these combs and the girl like tries to convince him to buy it. And you don't know if he bought it or not until like episodes later. But I said Wushin is a menace. I love him. The poop carriers, because they disobeyed whatever. So he's like, you're gonna go. Yeah, you're gonna go carry the poop. So they have to carry the little poop bins.
You sexy little fox.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, Wang Ji defending his man.
You know what's so funny is you say that, Wuxen, you sexy little fox. Some of my favorite.
You say he's a fox, the fox god. Yeah.
Is Wuxen as the Holy Jing.
Is the nine-tail. Yeah.
The nine-tail fox, and Lan Wangji is a dragon.
Yep. And then
accurate.
I said, oh, there's 4 shards. I'm dumb. Wushin and a wolf. So like at that point,
dog.
Yeah, did we know that he was terrified of dogs at that point or no? Because I feel like that was never mentioned, and he was just like, he saw the dog and got scared because it was so big. And then like later on, as I watch it, they do bring up his fear of dogs.
Yeah, they show his childhood.
Yeah.
I don't remember
before that they bring it up.
I don't think they bring it up.
Yeah, so like I didn't understand why he was so scared of the dog at that point. And I said I wanted them to be friends because I was literally thinking like Wushen would be his menace of itself,
right?
And like somehow tame the
dog, yeah.
And be like, he would wake up. I had the plot in my head of him taming this dog, the guy coming down to see if he's alive, and him literally cuddled up in the dog. Yeah, that's not how it fucking went.
No, when Ming saved him.
The creepy black-eyed dude from the future is the one who saved Fire Nation sick bro. He is the one who actually like saves him, gives him the healing potions, shoots the wolf with the sleeping thing, and then he saves some of the medicine for Wang Ji because he knew Wang Ji was hurt. His leg was broken, and then he also got whipped. And I was like, yes! I'm like, this is amazing. And I was very supportive of that. So like that's the 12 episodes I watched. I am on to I'm about to start episode 19. So I have made a decent dent in it. And I have to say, like I said, I genuinely really like the show. I'm very, very impressed with it. And like you said, like there's those subtle facial expressions that like you pick up on, like especially with Wang Ji, because like he is so stoic,
and like, he doesn't have that many lines.
No, he barely speaks.
He barely speaks.
Barely speaks, and even that, he says enough with his face. Yeah,
Lanzan.
Yeah,
I have to give Wang Yibo so much credit.
Absolutely.
Especially considering that people were bashing him when he was casted.
Yeah.
Because he was a K-pop idol and they didn't believe that he could be a good actor. And he was bashed like pretty harshly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's winning awards.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think I could see anybody else, and how young he is.
Yeah.
Like his micro expressions as Wang Ji, I'm like,
yeah, like it really, that I think that was what blew me away was he barely speaks.
Yeah.
Yet he spoke so loudly. Like with so not much saying emotion. Anything. Yeah. And I'm just like, I've watched shows where, similar kind of like the person doesn't speak. Yeah. And I feel like they overact to show their emotions.
Yeah.
He barely like flinches an eye, and I'm like, ugh! And I'm like, I know what that means. Exactly. I'm like, holy crap. Yeah. He was just so freaking good.
Yeah.
I really have to say. And then Wushen is just, he is just so adorable. He's so cute.
I love Zhao Zhang.
I love everything about him and his like character as of right now. I've seen like bits and pieces of things from the future, from like fan made videos and stuff. Yeah. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared because, like I said, that episode, we're not talking about it. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm not mentally prepared. And I said to her that the scene that we're not talking about in this episode, but whatever. it threw me back to my Scarlet Heart Rio days, and that shit had me fucked up. The ugly sobbing that I did in that show, and it was only 20 episodes. It was only 20. This is 50, and I'm already crying in episode 18. Absolutely not. I know that I'm going to be absolutely mind-fucked by this show to the point where I'm probably going to need more therapy than I already do. So I don't appreciate it.
I always forget that she is much more emotional when she watches shows than I am.
If you watch our reaction of Between Us.
Yes. You can clearly see that I'm just like, and she's like, so I also, I don't react to things like you. Like, she literally was watching episode 18 and she has voice clips of her sobbing and telling me that I suck and she hates me.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, I hate you for making me watch this. And she calls me. She's like, you don't have to keep watching it. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep watching it. But I'm like,
it's not going to get any better yet. I'm like, be prepared.
Oh, God. Yeah, but I'm not prepared.
Yeah, I am not. I think I think I might have been like sad when I first watched it, but I think watching Ghost House Ghost House was the first time I think I've reacted. Like, I don't even think I like really giggled too much during King Porsche. I think King Porsche, I was just so fascinated by the two of them. My eyes were just like, whoa,
hey, I like you.
But yeah, Ghost House Ghost House, just
yeah, gosh.
Okay, but yeah, so
yeah.
So are you excited?
So the Untamed, I am excited to continue watching. I will definitely. I'm gonna finish the series because, like, I know she literally said, if that's gonna fuck you up, you probably shouldn't continue. And I'm gonna continue because, like I said, Scarlet Heart Rio. I just, like, after the first death, I was like, oh, everybody's fucking dying. So that's how I've kind of come to that conclusion that everyone's fucking dying.
Yeah.
So I'm just mentally prepared in that sense. I know everyone's gonna die. I'm not gonna be happy about them dying. But I know it's gonna happen. So yeah. If you guys watched The Untamed, please let us know.
Do you know what we should watch too? There's 2 side stories to The Untamed.
Oh, okay.
There's Fatal Journey, which I haven't watched yet, which is about the Earth Nation.
The Earth Nation.
About the Nyes.
Yeah.
And then there's a side story about Fire Nation Sick Bro. That's what he's called, Wenning.
Yeah.
And Shizu, and the two of them go off fighting like the corpses or zombies together. And I really enjoyed that because they made Wenning so attractive.
Oh.
Like Yubin looks so attractive in the side story as Wenning because he looks like more broad.
Yeah.
And he's got like chains. I'm like, dude. I'm like, why couldn't Wenning look like this in the Untamed?
Right? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, the side stories are great.
I wanted, because it was funny because I was talking to her about it at breakfast today. I was like, oh, did you listen to the they did like a reading acting of the novel. And I asked her, she's like, no, I haven't yet. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, okay, why? And I was like, well, because my phone like hears me talking about it, hears me watching it, you know, your phones are always listening to everything you talk and say. It popped up on my YouTube suggestions of the Untamed,
pops up on mine
you know, whatever. And sure enough, it was the Untamed bathtub scene.
If you know,
you've read the books, you know. I haven't read the books, but I know because of her. She told me about one scene in the books. I was literally mid-sip and had to cough out this water because I was like, what did you just say? They did what now? So yeah, the show.
So if you don't think that The Untamed is a BL, you should definitely read the novel because let me tell you, Lan Wangji is repressed, and that repression comes out in the novel.
Full force, apparently.
He is.
From what I've heard.
Bastard.
Yeah, so that's that.
Wei Wuxian has no idea. I'm definitely
gonna read the novel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's me. My opinions on The Untamed as of episode 12.
I also want to watch the anime. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
There's actually 2 animes.
I did see that popped
anime.
up. Yeah,
I watched the chibi anime. It was really cute.
So that have you guys watched any of these things? Have you read the book? Is it books?
Books.
Novel.
Novel.
They're what do you think of them? Do you like the show? Do you not like the show because it doesn't have the
Don't
spicy
give Sammie
scenes?
any spoilers.
Don't
guys.
spoil it for me, guys. Okay, I got up to episode 12.
We're giving you spoilers,
Episode
but don't give Sammie spoilers.
So
it's so hard for me not to tell her things. I'm like trying so hard not to say things.
Like when she was watching Semantic Error and like messaging me, I like it was so hard to not go like.
Yeah.
So I think I said to her, I'm like, get ready.
Get ready.
And you're like, what? And I'm like, just
young.
Yeah. And then he says,
I was
young. It's great. But yeah, so give us a thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment, subscribe.
This is the longest video we've done yet.
Yeah, I think it is. Because well,
there's a lot
should be
because
it's the Untamed. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow us here. Follow us on our other social media things. We really appreciate it. And if there's some other shows you want us to watch, please let us know. We have gotten a few suggestions. I have put them on the list because some of them I've watched. I know she hasn't because she hasn't really gotten into the Korean BLs as much as I have. So I'm gonna make her get into the Korean BLs because I feel like they're more up your alley because you like the sweet.
Yeah,
whatnot.
I like
Thai can have their sweet ones, but I think
there's a lot of angst.
They kind of go into the angsty a little bit more, so I think Korean BLs are going to be more up her alley. But yeah, so leave those suggestions. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.